Good morning, my second grade friends. This is Mrs. Rademacher Smith coming to you live from my classroom for a day of math practice. I'm going to take off my jingle jingles, my badge. They tend to make a lot of noise. And I'm going to start off with just kind of a warm-up. These are something to do every day to practice. And I want to make sure you get the right answer. So the first thing I do is always the same. I'm going to pick up my pencil and I write my name. In your folder, this was part of the first section. You might have it on 2 pages, a front and a back, so yours might look just a little different than mine. I like to make them bigger for you if I can so that they're easier to see. And then what we do is we do 4 of these problems each day just to get a little bit of a warm-up in. Question 1 asks us, what time is shown? Now remember, the shorthand is the hour hand. That means it moves very slowly. It's like having short legs. I have short legs, so sometimes I move very slowly as well. This one is between the 8 and the 9, so it hasn't touched the 9 yet. That means our hour is 8 something. And then I put the colon there. Next, we have the minute hand, which is the long hand, and he moves very, very fast. So he goes so fast he counts by 5s. I could say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and down here on the 6, if you don't know it already, is 30. Okay, number 2, we're going to count by 10. So we've got 430, 440. Next would be 450, 460, 470 would be the last one. All right, next we need to find the box that has an odd number of tallies. Now remember, odd numbers have in the ones place a 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. That's in the ones place. When we count tallies, we can count by 5s in these groups. So 5, 10, 15, plus 1 is 16. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now only one of these has a 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9 in the ones place, and that is 17. Our last warm-up problem is 7 plus 7. This is a double, so you might know it as 14. I will try to make sure you have more room to write in next time. 6 plus 5 is close to a double. I could do 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 1 more is 11. Those are those helper facts. And then 3 plus 9. Well, if I take 1 away from 3, that gives me a 2 in the ones place. And that makes my number 12. Or I could count on 9, 10, 11, 12 with my 3 tallies. And that's my warm-up for today. Again, this is in the packet in the very front. I've got my name on it. I'm all set to go for tomorrow. Well, today we're going to do a little bit of shopping. Let me make sure I'm in the right page here. We're going to start off on page 112 in our math journal. I'm going to kind of scan through. It's a little bit tricky here. I've got some equipment I have to work around, so just be patient with me as my box is stuck on something. And it kind of looks like this. I'm also going to zoom out my camp, and it says buying from a vending machine. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that we're going to buy from a vending machine. Now, this vending machine is very tricky on page 112 because it says use exact change when the light is on. And in fact, I've got a highlighter right here. I'm going to circle that because that's kind of a unique feature of this. Most vending machines will give you change. Sorry, my book is a little bit, wants to stand up a little bit. Okay, so the exact change light is on. I'm going to buy chocolate milk. My chocolate milk costs 40 cents. So I'm going to think about how I could do that. Well, it ends in a 0. The easiest way, I'm going to draw a line right here down the middle because I'm going to draw a couple ways. You only have to draw one, but I like to give you guys a couple choices. The easiest way, my friend Jethro last year taught me, was, you know what, I just draw a dime for every one. I count by 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40. I don't always circle them because sometimes that gets a little messy. It's very easy for you to understand that that is a D. So that is one way I could do it. Now let's say I like to use those quarters. I always have a quarter handy in case I go to the Aldi and I need a cart. So if I use a quarter, that's 25. I want to get up to that 10 right away. So I'm going to put a nickel in there. 25 plus 5 is 30. My sister is calling me. I'll talk to her later. So I'm at 30 cents, but I need 40. So I need one more dime. Please, friends, we're second graders now. Let's not draw 40 pennies. Oh, that would take you forever to do. All right, I would like the strawberry yogurt drink. That's a great way to start my day. It's 70 cents. Once again, I could start it by just going 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Now, I could also do it with my quarters. And I could say, I'm just going to send my sister a message back. Sorry about that. I could also do 1/4 is 25. A second quarter brings me to 50. And then all I need are 2 dimes, 60 and 70. This last one is for you to think about. What can we do? You pick something you would like. Now remember, the change light is on. Okay, so make sure you have exact change, and you only have to draw one way to do it. I am going to sneak up here, though, at the top where it says date, and I'm going to write my name. I forgot to do that at the beginning of my lesson. I got distracted. And Mrs. RS is all that fits in that box. Okay, I'm still using the page next to it, 112, but I've moved over to page 113. And it says that the exact change light is on. Oh, I'm sorry, it's off. That's a big detail I missed. I should have put my name on it. I'm going to put my name on this page. First thing I do is always the same. I pick up my pencil and I write my name. Okay, we're going to buy some 2% milk, and it costs 35 cents. But I've put in 50 cents. 25.50. So I'm going to write up here that I've got 50 cents because sometimes that helps me. And one way that I can do that is to count up. I used to do this a lot when I worked at the checkout line at Kohl's. I used to work at a department store, and I'd start with a nickel because I want to go to 40. So I'd give it a nickel, and now I'm at 40, and I can do a dime. Well, what does a nickel plus a dime equal? I hope you said 15 cents or pause the video and thought about it. All right?
Sorry to interrupt, Brad.
I'm on a video.
Kendall Dwyer needs his book.
I'm on a video. It should be in the box that goes to Dixie B.
Box that goes to Dixie B.
Yes.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Never a dull moment here. All right, we're going to have some chocolate milk again. That chocolate moo. I'm going to take a sip of mine. Mine's got coffee in it. Gets my day going. It costs 40 cents, and I'm going to pay $1. Well, that's like saying 100 cents. Okay, so I'm going to go up to the next coin. I'm going to give myself a dime. That gives me 50. Oh, well, if I have 50 and I need to get to 100, I just need another 50. So that's 2/4. We just talked about that. 25, 50, 60 cents. So my total is 60 cents. Sometimes putting those coins in there makes it a little easier. All right, next is my choice. You know what I haven't had yet today? I have not had any apple juice. Apple juice is my favorite, so I'm going to pick apple juice. You can pick anything that you want. And it costs 55 cents. Well, let's imagine that I put $1. I'm going to put $1 or 75 cents. I've got my 3/4. So I've got 10, 25, 50, 75. That's 75 cents. Well, I need to go from 55 to 75. My ones don't change, so I can use those dimes. I love dimes, by the way. So that would be 65 cents, I'm counting up, and 75 cents. So that my change is 10, 20 cents. You're counting up. All right. I want you to try these last two on your own. I think you're okay. Remember, you get to choose what you want from the vending machine. You're going to write down what it costs. You don't get to choose that. Once you've made a choice, you get to choose what it costs, but you do get to choose how much money you give. And then you'll have to figure out what change you got. All right, we're going to go to the try this. It says you want to buy a carton of orange juice with $1. Will you get back enough change to also buy a carton of 2% milk? Well, let's see. It says the orange juice. I'm going to do the same thing I did right above. The orange juice is 65 cents, and I'm giving $1. So I put that $sign there. That's like 100 cents, remember. So let's see how much change we would get. Well, if I give a dime, I go to 75 cents. And from 75 cents, I can add a quarter. So 25 plus 10 is 35 cents. Now, the next question is, notice I haven't even written, I'm just still doing the work, okay? The next question I have is that enough to buy a carton of 2% milk? Well, the 2% milk costs 35 cents. Do I have enough? Yes, I do. Yes. I have enough. And look it. Here's how I spelled the word enough. It's right there for me. I have enough. And then I have to explain. I have enough because I got 35 cents back in change, and 2% milk costs exactly, and I used that exact change button and added an LY, exactly 35 cents. So yes, I have enough because I got 35 cents back in change, and 2% milk costs exactly 35 cents. All right, my next math task is to take a break. I'm going to do a little bit of a wiggle. Okay. I'm going to put my name on my paper because the next one is our math boxes for today. My name goes in the date box, and it's just because it's nice and neat there. Okay, we're going to circle the expanded form, and notice I draw these little squirrely things. I wish I had it with me. I must have put it away. I usually get out a Slinky when I talk about expanded form because it's just like stretching out a number. Let's see what these, it says we're going to circle the expanded form that shows the smaller number. Well, you know what? The easiest way to figure out which one is smaller is to add them both together. Is just add them out. So 600 plus 90 plus 5. 695. 600 plus 80 plus 8. 680, so an 8 in the tens place and an 8 in the ones place. Now I can figure out which one is smaller, right? I hope so. Hope you circled that one. Okay, we're going to estimate this in centimeters. And then we're actually going to use a ruler to measure it. If you don't have one, the Dollar Tree always has great ones. I'm going to step up and get mine. It's all the way across my room, so it'll be a good chance for me to stretch and take a quick break on my legs. Oh, that felt good to stand up. All right. And estimate the length of this segment in centimeters. Well, let's see, that's about 2 inches. I'm going to say it's about 5. Centimeters are about the size of the cube. Now, if I was doing this electronically, I couldn't measure it, but I do have it. I want to look at my ruler, and I'm going to pull my ruler up here for a minute. And it looks like I'm going to kind of have to put, maybe over here. There we go. I'm trying to make a shadow. And you can see that the top is inches and the bottom it says cm. Those are centimeters. And I'm going to measure this ruler. The centimeter starts in a little bit, and I can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and a little more. It doesn't quite go halfway, so it's about 4. My estimate was pretty close. I'm pretty proud of myself. All right, next we're going to write the numbers, and I like to do what I call H2O. When you get to high school, H2O is the chemical symbol for water. So I like to take a sip while I'm here. It's a great chance to hydrate. But HTO stands for hundreds, tens, and ones. And I just make that little chart to see. Now here's the trick. We can only have one digit in each column. So if I have more than one, I have to kind of bump it over to the left. But let's see, I've got 1, 2, 100, each flat is 100, so 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. 500 in flats. Next, I count my longs, and I count those by 10. 10, 20. By keeping it all lined up, I can add it up really easily too. And my ones, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see, if I add all this up, 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 4. 0 plus 2 is 2. 5 plus nothing is 5. So my sum is 524. Okay. Next, oh, we just did this in our warm-up. It's a good thing my brain is all nice and warm and toasty right now. So here we go. What time is it? Fill in the bubble next to the best answer. Again, I'm looking for my shorthand for my hour. He goes slowly because his arm is short, or his hand. And he's right between the 6 and the 7. So I'm just going to mark off the 6 because I know he hasn't touched 7 yet. And I'm going to cross off this one. I didn't cross off the bubble, and I didn't scratch it out really darkly. I can still read it, and if I wasn't using a pen, I could go through and erase it if I had to. Next, we're going to go with this longhand. He counts by 5, so here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, making them really small. 25, oh, not there. 30, 35. So do I have one that says 635? I sure do. It's this third one right here. Okay, next we're going to mark 88 in the correct spot on the number line. Well, about halfway through, between 80 and 90 would be 85. And you don't have to mark 85, but I wanted you to see that. And then I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go to 88, which is right here. It's a little bit closer to 90. So I want my 88 to be closer to 90. And that's all I had to do for my math boxes. All right, I don't think I have an extra skills links book, but I can't, actually I do have one, but I can't write in it. So I'm going to do something clever. Just bear with me a minute. I'm singing as I'm walking through my room. I just had that silly skills link book this morning. Oh, I see the one, but that's the teacher version. Where did I put my skills link book? Oh, friends, it has grown feet and walked away from me. How crazy is that? Well, we also today have our skills link for 43 and 44. Where are the? That is super silly. Let me go over here. I'm going to look over here at my teacher's desk. There's a reason I don't put these things on camera, and it's because right now my teacher's desk is a little untidy. And that's being very nice to my desk. It's frankly, friends, it is a mess. And I just had these 2 books out. What the? Help, Miss Gower, take it. Oh, I put it somewhere silly. Never fails. It's right with Brinley's work from last week. I'm so excited to see her work from last week. All right, we are doing practice set 43. And oh, I forgot my marker. I got so excited about finding my skills link, I didn't find it. This is 43. And it is on page 51. Let me see. Oh, that marker's not back here. It should be, but it's not. This is just a little laminating sheet. It makes it a little bit shiny, and I'm taking a couple extra seconds because I really am organized. It's Monday morning, friends. Cut me some slack. Perfect. Now I won't have that glare. And then I need to go find my special marker. When I was in school, when dinosaurs wrote the earth, we had these things called overheads. And they were like pieces of plastic. So notice it got darker here. So what we're doing today is in our skills link, this is just review and practice. We're going to review adding some numbers. And then down here, we're going to do some word problems. And I'm going to write the letters R, U, T, A, C. And that stands for Rudicy. And it reminds me that I need to read the problem. So let's do number 16 together. Angel has 52 marbles. She gives 10 to her sister. How many marbles does Angel have now? Well, I've read the problem, so I'm going to cross that off. You can't quite see because my marker's a little funny. I'm going to circle numbers. She has 52 marbles. She gives 10 to her sister, so I circle the 10 because that's a number. And I underline the question, how many marbles does Angel have now? And there's a special keyword in there I'm going to put a box around, and it's this word gives. Ooh, this is an old marker. I'm going to get myself some new markers today. Gives means that I'm going to subtract. So I'm going to do 52, take away 10. And that's what I think I'm going to do. That should give me the right answer. Now it's time to attack. I could go to 52 on my number grid and go up 10 to get my answer. But I'm going to show you, and I might use that to check. I'm going to show you how we subtract. We start with our ones digit, and I'm getting a little messy here. Got my tens and my ones, and I start with the ones digit. 2 take away 0. Well, if I have 2 and I take nothing away, I still have 2. Ooh, you sad little marker. And then I have 5 take away 1. Well, if I have 5 and I take away 1, oh good, I don't have to move the broken finger. I've got 4. So my answer should be 42. Does it make sense that she would have fewer marbles? Yes. Does it make sense? Can I check it on my hundreds chart? I'm looking. I go to 52, I go up, 42 is my answer. And that's how you're going to do this page for practice. I'm not going to do all of them for you. I want you to do some of the work yourself. Okay. Next up. This isn't like, this is called, this is a wet erase marker. So if I use my dry eraser, it doesn't work. That's okay. Got plenty of these, and you know what? I can flip it open like this. All right, time to move the coffee out of the way so I can slide my book under the camera because we also need to do practice set 44. This is identifying some coins. Sometimes I like to write what the coins are on top of them. This looks like a quarter. He's nice and big. This looks like a quarter, even though it's different. There's my dime. I don't know why I like dimes so well, but I love the way they feel in my hands. They're light, they're fluffy, they cling funny. I don't know. I love dimes. And then this is a penny. You can see it's a little darker. And then this, believe it or not, it says 1 cent. So that's also a penny. And I can add those up. Next, we're going to talk about some trading. You can trade how many nickels for a quarter? Well, nickels are 5 cents, if you didn't know. And quarters are 25 cents. So we can count by fives till we get to 25. I go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I've counted by fives. Now, how many times did I count by 5? Oh, we're getting into 3rd grade math, but you can handle this. If I had, this would be 1. This would be 2 nickels, 3 nickels, 4 nickels, and 5 nickels. 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I stopped there. Well, how many times did I count by 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could trade 5 nickels for a quarter. You can trade how many pennies? 1 cent. For a dime, 10 cents. I think you guys can do that, okay? Great. I'm going to let you finish those in. Oh, and we already talked about pennies for $1. I showed you that on our math journal. Logan is going to buy a banana for 49 cents. And she showed 2 coin combinations you can use to pay. So here's one and here's the other. Sometimes they only give you 1 box. Okay, so she's got 49 cents. Let's use the exact change light. So I'm going to do what my friend Jethro taught me, which is just dimes, 10, 20, 30, 40. It was this time last year, Jethro, I'm going to have to go upstairs and talk to him. He's up there today at school, here at school, and remind him he showed me this cool trick. So he says, well, dimes are 10s, pennies are 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 dimes, which is 40, and 9 pennies. Oh, that was such a clever way to do it. If you're struggling with money, go for the dimes and the pennies. Okay, well, what's another way I could do it? Well, let's say I have that quarter. I like to have those around. So that's 25. I want to go to a dime, 35, 45, and then 46, 47, 48, 49. Notice I didn't have any nickels in that one, and I didn't have any nickels in this one, but that's okay. And that's what I've got for our math lesson today. I hope you have a wonderful day. I can't wait to see you here in a few minutes at our meeting. I'll talk to you later. Bye.